Nigga, time. Time for a reaction. So this is what I wanted to do. Devil May Cry Dante versus Final Fantasy Clive. Who will win in a death match? I'm not gonna hold you. I'm leaning towards Dante on this one. I'm not even gonna hold you. But it could be an easy fight. But I'm leaning towards Dante. Hello, Rachel. How goes the SBF? Dante versus Clive. Go.
Dante versus Clive.
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria.
That's what I'm saying.
That boomstick.
I want to say, bro. I don't know, bro. You said Clive wins easy. Clive easy? I don't know. Easy? I don't know about easy.
Analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I'm not going to hold you. I'm not that hip on Clive for real. But yeah, I'm about to say Clive really. You said easy over Dante. I gotta see, bro. Good. I sold my WD. Hallelujah. WWD. W saleswoman. I don't know what that is, but hell yeah. W. He said yes. Clive is busted. Word. Yeah. I'm not even really hit. Let me see what's up.
Dante versus Clive.
Oh, washing and dryer. Hey,
versus
okay,
Final
nice.
Fantasy's Shield
You
of
got rid of that whole
Rosaria.
pass.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a
Yeah, you got rid of that
battle.
pass.
It's a dangerous world out there. Cultists,
15 stream
demons, and
straight.
evil
So
businessmen
is- yeah.
lust for power. And every day brings a new cataclysm humanity must face.
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party time. Who'd expect anything less from the son of the legendary demon Sparta?
A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon
Oh.
lord, Mundus.
But then Sparta
Let's
mysteriously
go. We
died,
moving on
and his
up.
wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil
I'm done with this shit.
separated.
On to
Despite
the
a
next.
long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing.
Killing demons? And with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic energy, Dante bolsters his
Dante 6'2"? I don't know why I thought Dante was a little short or whatever. Is this a game or a reaction? It's a reaction of two video game characters. You know what I'm saying? So it's like both, but I'm not playing the game. But it's a reaction of two game characters. So yes, Dante is very powerful. Very. Clive got an edge. See, I'm not even that hip to Clive for this. I'm like, bro, he really that? I know he OP, but is he really that busted?
Fat son of a bitch. Say it with me. He's fat!
Cheer 100 biddies because I think women are the best thing to ever grace this earth. If you're not slaving for one, you're a piece of shit. W women. You deserve the world without being questioned.
Yeah, bro. You're right. Why you gotta call me fat though, bro? I was just looking at the stats real quick. You ain't had to call me fat. But you're right, bro. W message. W women's. Okay, Clive is really that busted. Yeah, I gotta see. Dante. That's Dante full name? Just Dante? I thought he had something else. Just Dante? W Raccoon. My nigga 6'2", 84, 40s. AKA Tony Redgrave. Yeah. Parties, demons, and this.
speed, power, and durability, letting him block kaiju
But knowing they might give me the Dante.
sized punches, move faster than a
On
meteor.
TV.
And regenerate like an unstoppable force of nature.
But I don't know if he's really that busted. They might put in all the stats because they should be doing all game stats and shit.
As long as he has the energy, he can heal from getting shot, stabbed, sliced through. Basically anything.
Even without
Yeah,
his
it
regeneration,
should go all
he
game
survived
stats.
heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal. And Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad, Rebellion. plus ebony and ivory, 2 magic pistols with endless ammo clips. And they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger and stranger.
Like King Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks.
Dead ass. And then you got the sword, Ebony, Ivory, Agni, Rudra, Alistair, Artemis, Balrog, Beowulf. I forgot about this shit. Cerberus, Coyote A. Oh, the Foss, Gilgamesh. Got the grenade gun, Ifrit. That was my shit too. I forgot about these ones. King Cerberus, Lucifer, Mercifer, missile launcher, the needle gun, Nightmare Bead, which was busted. Pandora, shotgun, Sparrow. Yeah, he had so many fucking weapons. Because 40's Dante DMC is DMC 5 Dante. That's why I'm thinking they gonna have like, yeah, they should have like, let's put it like this: Dante and Clive are similar but opposite. You'll see why.
Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are also a
They just have
motorcycle,
this, Dante.
Balrog, fiery fisticuffs for boxing and capoeira, and Navan, a guitar, an electric guitar.
There's also Lucifer, a backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying. Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade, seeking the power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger,
There's
a
Devil
super form
Triggers.
Dante achieves through his super.
Devil Trigger, Majin Devil Trigger, Sin Devil Trigger, Air Hike, Doppelganger, Dreadnought, Regeneration, Quicksilver, Royal Guard, Teleportation, Sword Master, Gunslinger. You know what I'm saying? Where are those at? Sword Master and Gunslinger.
Natural power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Naturally, his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely merged with the demon world.
So he's kind of a big deal. Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense he had the power of every other demon in existence, a divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Oh, that guy! I completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. But no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
And for dead weight, Nero was pretty badass, even helping Dante take on the so-called King Urizen. Nero's devil break.
He didn't help him take on. They was taking on demons, bro. Demons. You see that? Not what you just heard, bro. What the fuck? Take on demons.
Arm can fire light speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even
Damn.
survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike by stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger. This is Dante's demon energy at its peak. He can fire lasers with Loose, obliterate with the fires of Judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and 2 well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that as long as you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
Oh,
Whiz, it's an emergency! This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack, but my headphones broke!
Well, good news. This battle is hanging out as a man destined to
all right. Let's see what Clive. Let's see what he on.
sit down as we tell the tale of the kingdom of Rosaria and its prince, Clive Rossfield, a man destined to be a dominant, the host to a mighty guardian icon.
Anybody who's a Dom can draw on magic life juice called ether, becoming a big scary monster.
And commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird said no thanks, and instead
33-62. Dominant force of effort. The guy from Tekken 8.
picked his sick little brother Joshua.
Oh, hey, yo. Hey, W Prime sub. 26 fucking months. W Prime sub, brother.
Becoming a big scary
Appreciate
monster.
that, man.
And commanding the element
Yeesh.
they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird said no thanks, and instead picked his sick little
Cheer
brother.
50 biddies because I just realized that us men's are the problem and it's time to take accountability. I think you should give these biddies to a women's cause frankly, you're not worthy. You don't deserve to smile unless you're making a women's smile. It's time to stop being in denial. We are terrible and every women's we ever met deserved more. Donate these biddies to a charity for women's in need. And get your shit together and do more for women's or else you're not being a real man. I'm a start too.
In the beginning, you actually started to rhyme. I'm not gonna lie. W50 piece though. And yeah, W Mats. W Epiphany. Yeah, treat these women's right. Some of them. Treat the women's right. But fuck the bitches.
Brother Joshua. Parents don't play favorites, but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother Annabella,
Fuck you
Clive
and your
and
little
Joshua
brother.
were
We're
only
autistic,
kind to one
nigga.
another. Clive saw the burden his brother bore.
Drunk, what's the word, bro? That's crazy. Crazy timing. Perfect timing though. Not the eye rub of frustration. I was just like, it was more of like confusion. Not frustration, confusion. Yeah, some of Some of them. What's good though, Kronk?
and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming
Confusion.
Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He can shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick, someone use a Phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix
Nigga said a
icon
Phoenix
sure
down.
is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along, the fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is Ifrit a wild one. Just standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make fire barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The downside being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit, or battling the Phoenix in a fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army. Clive spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world: crystals and racism.
In the world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Ramuth, so he could summon lightning.
From his bae Jill, he got Shiva to freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this dragon prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of space.
From Odin.
Looks familiar.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to lead the bearers, and even reunited with Joshua, who was alive all along. Surprise!
He got some shit. Okay, he got some shit. Damn.
Clive spent 5 years
He
freeing
got
the
some
land
shit.
and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not well, yeah, that way, but also through Ifrit. By using part of Ifrit's power, Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But Limit Break is far from Clive's limit. After absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen. Now fully in control of the monster that had tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
Just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at the speed of light.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed. Not surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that, and overpowered Omega, a god-slaying weapon that can destroy, and I quote, all of creation.
But what made Clive strong enough to do all this? You know, besides the majestic man cleavage.
Turns out Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become the vessel of Ultima, an ancient, all-powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person, God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a puppet. If God was in the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die!
Easier said than done.
Oh shit!
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to warp all of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw. Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me, it made Clive a badass who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling against Ultima initially, by the end of the fight, Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally
What?
became Ultima squared, but Clive still kicked his ass, using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and
Nigga, did he say while in base form? That's kind of crazy, bro. Nigga, what the fuck? This nigga really is broke, huh? How? Nigga, really?
his unbridled will. Clive killed God in a giant 999,999 damage punch. Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Man, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Well, except we don't really know
Bro,
what
what the
happened to
hell?
Clive. Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rossfield, which he titled Final Fantasy. The battle's coming up next, so call your winner now,
Clive really
folks,
is.
just like our sponsor.
So Clive really is the strongest nigga of Final Fantasy. He is the Final Fantasy type shit.
They're DraftKings.
The NBA season tips off and
That's worth in death by
all right, the combatants.
I fucking hate this whack shit. He said technically, that's what I'm just like, bro. I ain't really was never that hip on Clive for real. Man, I just gotta see it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Now learning about that shit, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's gonna be easy, bro, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. Now knowing what I know, and of course already knowing what I knew about Dante and shit. Power scaling is the goofiest shit ever. How about you power scale your way to some bitches? I don't know. I don't even know where to begin, brother. The nigga in me want to say Dante. Still. I don't know, bro. I can't call it. I'm about to say, how strong is... Because he did all that shit in base form, bro.
Are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
That's what I was about to say. How strong is the Shin Devil trigger? But knowing what I know now, if I had to like put money on the line, if I had to put money on the line, I'd probably say Clive. Actually, nah, fuck it. I'd go ahead and say Dante.
Oh!
Final answer. But damn, it'll be a hell of a fight though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hey, I heard your fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
Leave now. I have a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
That was kind of clean.
Fancy yourself a bard?
Fancy yourself a bard and a stripper. Like that ass. These Smash Bros no cut having looking ass niggas can tell you how much centrifugal force is behind the Rasengan, but can't tell you the last time they touched grass or seen a pair of bare titties not behind the screen. They don't even know what they don't even know. don't even know. They don't know the field. That nigga said the centrifugal. Okay. Weave. Stop playing with me, nigga. Stop playing with me, nigga.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey.
Ooh, hold on, you was throwing on the hold on.
Time
Hold
to see
on.
the light.
What the hell is that?
Virgil's got some competition. Still holding out on me? Let's see what your monster can really do!
So the devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got. Josh!
So the devil cries for more. Let's go. Get to the real shit.
I won't underestimate you!
That shit clean. That shit was kinda clean. Hmm?
Please,
Huh?
just once. I need more.
It's been a bash, Smokey. Clive, I need it free!
Damn.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
After a fight like this, a god will be nothing.
Damn.
KO! Okay, that was a whole nother level of close, but I think we got the point.
This
Yeah, I kind of get it, but damn. Yeah.
was not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had. This is best explained through three categories, starting with stats.
Had to go down to
and Clive
endurance.
could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius could create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster than light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Damn,
Still,
that
given
was a
their crazy
dumb fight.
powers, You'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not
They
so
was
much.
50.
Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down time, flash freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit. He's dealt with
Yeah,
heat like that before.
he's dealt with heat.
Though
People like,
Clive
yeah.
did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers to most of each other's
Again,
powers,
another
making it still
50-50.
anyone's win.
Which is why it came down to one major
Endurance.
factor. Endurance. Just
Yep.
how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic
Oh
energy.
The
God,
longest Dante
yeah,
has battled in Devil
that is very true. I didn't think about that. I should have thought about that too. Duh, bro. Every time Dante does get anytime he gets a power boost, the time limit goes away a little bit faster. I was just like, damn, I didn't think about that. And Clive don't got no limit. What it looks like, the nigga don't got no limit. So he could just, you know what I'm saying, just keep boxing. As long as he has like some time to like catch his breath, I guess, he can just keep going. I ain't think about that. Fuck. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Mm-hmm. Not at all. Stop to death.
Trigger against someone as equal is about 6 minutes. And abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Even
Clive's time
faster.
in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer,
I didn't
fighting
think
for
about that.
tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
It's
I know
literally,
what you're thinking.
and that's what it was.
Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic
True.
energy means a
The
less
less
potent healing
healing
factor.
Exactly. If he's already came out of his ultimate form and he gets hit like really, you know what I'm saying, like a mortal wound, he could fuck around and die. Dead ass. You should say fuck like niggas and fuck Beyonce. Fuck DeAndre, whatever the hell his name is. Y'all niggas are petty. But yeah, I didn't think about that shit, bro. If you don't got no energy, how you gonna recover? You're just a regular human at that point.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we
True.
assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more to get the final edge. The devil was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
The winner is Clive Rossfield.
All right, well, you know, I put my money on the man's Dante. I thought he was gonna win. So we all just gonna ignore how black the name Dante is. Dante is a very black ass name. But in his defense, yes, he looks like a white man, but he's not even. Well, Dante get a pass. Dante can come to the cookout. That nigga cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll play one of those Devil May Cry games to see. Dante a cool ass white boy. White boy, half demon nigga. He could come to the cookout. He cool. He's solid. He a solid nigga.
Next time on
And his daddy half black. Well, his daddy black. His daddy black as hell, actually. You know what I'm saying? So technically, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sparta black as hell. We can agree on that, right? Sparta about black as hell, so his daddy black. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? He cool.
Death Battle.
Actually, Dante is an Italian name. Sound black as hell. Wait, so who's next? Yugi versus Ash? Next is Yugi versus Ash. Yugi versus Ash. I don't know who I got on that one. Maybe Yugi, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. What's the word, Gil? How you feeling, my guy? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think maybe Yugi. I give Yugi that. But Ash ain't no hoe, bro. That nigga throw hands. He said a little drunk. Uh, it's like spaghetti. Black people reclaimed it. Not reclaimed it. Spaghetti is niggas. You gotta get arthritis. I gotta get money. But yeah, nah, dead ass. I wanna try that shit, bro. That shit look fun as hell. I only saw like a little bit of gameplay, a few people on YouTube and shit, and I was watching people play that shit. I was like, well, that shit do look kind of clean. I ain't gonna lie.